The Sustainable St. Paul Awards honor outstanding achievements of individuals, businesses, and organizations that are protecting and restoring the environment in St. Paul.
In St. Paul, we have chosen to work with our community, work with our business owners, work with our district councils, working with our students, working with folks across the city to make a difference, to preserving this beautiful planet for future generations, and to start by making a difference on a local level.
Mayor Chris Coleman and the St. Paul City Council began the Sustainable St. Paul Awards in 2007. By sponsoring these awards, they hope to encourage all in St. Paul to implement similar projects. The Sustainable St. Paul Award for Energy Efficiency is given posthumously honoring Scott Goltz, president of Madison Equities. Scott was the champion behind the $12 million energy efficiency improvements at 3 of Madison Equities properties, the U.S. Bank Center, 375 Jackson, and First National Bank Building, including the relighting of the iconic Number 1, which was converted to LED lights. Scott will be remembered for his love of St. Paul and his contributions to the community. The Local Food Community Award goes to Hamlin Sprout Garden. On a small piece of Hamlin Church property, children and adults till the soil, plant seeds, and grow healthy food. Last year, the Sprout Garden produced and donated almost 1,000 pounds of food. Bang Brewing wins the Water Quality and Conservation Business Award. Bang is Minnesota's first dedicated organic brewery. Bang Brewery developed rain gardens that are estimated to remove about 183,000 gallons of water annually from the storm sewer system. The Water Quality and Conservation Institution Award honors the Transforming Central Committee. A partnership between Transforming Central Committee, Capital Region Watershed District, and the St. Paul Schools resulted in multiple clean water projects. Rain gardens, tree trenches, and other projects treat runoff and prevent over 3,000 pounds of sediment from flowing into storm drains and the Mississippi River. Patrick Hamilton is honored with the Local Food Individual Award. Patrick has grown a small orchard of 24 fruit trees and bushes in the Eleanor Graham Community Garden. Patrick's work has helped demonstrate it is possible to grow apples, plums, peaches, pears, apricots, and cherries in St. Paul. The Green Building Design Award for new construction is given to the St. Paul Port Authority for the Saints Business Center. Energy and water efficiency strategies in the building will result in an 18% reduction in energy use and a 40% reduction in water use. The Green Building Design Award for an existing building honors District Energy St. Paul for their renovation of the Gemney Building. Sustainable aspects of the renovation include 13.5% of new materials were from recycled content, exceeding energy code standards by more than 30%, and installing a low-flow water system. Chris Hageman is awarded the Sustainable City Staff Award. Chris is a St. Paul resident and has worked for the city since 2010. In addition to her work for the city, she ensured there was an environmental focus in Groveland Park Elementary School science fairs and assisted in bringing recycling opportunities to Ramsey County ice arenas and Highland Park Little League fields. The Green Practices Award goes to the St. Paul Public Housing Agency. The St. Paul Public Housing Agency has a long history of being committed to lowering their environmental impact. They've had a residential recycling program since 1989. Each of their high-rises has a community garden, and they were the first public housing agency to use solar energy from solar gardens to provide electricity to their tenants. The Natural Resources Conservation Award is given to the American Indian Magnet School's Outdoor Refresh Project. The Target Volunteer Council and 8 subcontractors partnered with the American Indian Magnet School in a volunteer construction project to refresh 1 acre of outdoor space. Their work included the removal of unusable tennis and basketball courts, fencing invasive plant species and infected trees. Tech Dump receives the Waste Reduction and Recycling Award. Tech Dump removes electronic waste via recycling programs, and in 2010 launched a metro area retail store, Tech Discounts. Tech Dump creates jobs for people with barriers to employment and protects the environment from electronic waste. The Youth Leadership Award recognizes Chu Kong Pang Zhang and Gao Zhu Alor. These students identified that there is a lack of people of color in local parks, especially in winter. They interviewed close to 200 students at Johnson and Harding High Schools to learn why students spend or don't spend time outdoors. Then they worked with organizers of Phelan Freeze Fest to start addressing barriers and helped get 60 teens to attend the event. The Beautification Award is given to Green Pride Garden. Green Pride Garden is a public garden established about 5 years ago on a vacant lot on the east side of St. Paul. With 7 raised beds and 4 areas of flowers, the garden was designed to minimize runoff and collects rainwater off roofs for the garden. Wilderness Inquiry's Canoe-mobile is recognized with the Environmental Education Award. Canoe-mobile is a floating classroom that engages youth in outdoor experiences and cultivates a stewardship ethic. In 2016, Canoe-mobile connected 7,380 individuals to the Mississippi River Corridor in St. Paul. Sheila Sweeney is recognized as the Exceptional Environmental Steward. In her role on the McAllister-Groveland Community Council, Sheila Sweeney has pushed the board to lead on environmental issues. She was instrumental in creating an organics recycling drop-off location in McGroveland, as well as led a citywide study of organized trash collection. In her own home, Sheila has installed a geothermal heat pump and 40 solar panels on her roof. And finally, a special Environmental Champion Award was given to the city's Sustainability Coordinator, Ann Hunt.
I'm deeply honored and deeply touched. Thank you very much. It's been really a pleasure to work with all of you over the years here in the city, and many of you I've worked with a lot longer than that. I think we've collectively really made a difference in the city, and that's what's important. I think all of our individual efforts, and you heard about them today, really do add up.
You can watch the entire Sustainable St. Paul Awards presentation on the city's official YouTube channel. Now it's your turn to follow their lead and help make St. Paul the most livable city in America.